Guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. So today I'm starting a Norwich career, and actually, instead of saying welcome back to another one of my videos, welcome to my new channel. Quick introduction, I've tried YouTube before. I do have it linked in my description on my YouTube channel, not of the video though. I support somewhat Liverpool, but I'm a Norwich supporter, and I think that's all you need to know. So, as I said, the team we are picking is Norwich. I'm going to try to make it as realistic as possible. So let's have a look at the team. So if I had to pick a starting 11 of either the best performing or my favourite players, this would be it. Angus Gunn did give away a penalty yesterday, but if it weren't for him, we wouldn't be in the position we are at the minute. Stacey, he is the best, if not one of the best at Norwich at the minute. He's on like 13 assists or something crazy. Sorensen doesn't get played as much as what I hoped for. He does look more like a midfielder, but in real life he plays better in defence. Then Hanley, he's had really bad injuries this year, especially his back injury. Sam McCallum, I know it says that Janulis is high rated and he's probably better in game. Sam McCallum in real life has been the better player, and Janulis gets injured too often. Midfield, Sarah, he should have been player of the season. I don't know how Kenny McLean got it, and after what, I don't know if you've heard, but he was arguing with some of the fans at one point this season, so I'm probably going to look to move him on after he's had sort of a falling out. I don't really personally prefer Kenny. Sarah definitely should have got player of the season. Nunez, a player to go down in the history books, scored a lovely free kick against Ipswich at home the other day. Jonathan Rowe, unfortunately, if we get, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this, if we get any big offers for Rowe, Sarah or Sargent, we're going to have to let them go. I'm not going to get rid of Signs yet, because he only come in, it was either last year or this year, so I don't want to move him on just yet, and it seems a bit unrealistic for a player to move every season, so we're going to keep him for now. Ashley Barnes, I believe this might be his last year in football, let alone at Norwich, so hopefully I can keep him around just for this year, but he's very slow, so he cannot play up front. And Sargent, there's nothing more to say. He was injured half of the season, but he was still the top scorer of Norwich. 23 years old, 6'1", and he is linked to quite a few Premier League teams actually. I believe he will be going to Brentford though when they sell Ivan or even Tony. But this is the team I'm going to go for the start of the season. So I'm going to assess the squad. If you don't like this part where I put development plans on, talk about the players, skip forward, you've been warned, and for now we can just talk about the players. George Long, coming from Millwall last year, he's been a decent backup, but when we played away at Liverpool, the game I actually went to, he was absolutely incredible, so I'm going to keep him as backup for this year. Angus Gunn, I'd just say, I'm not going to put a development plan on him because he's getting older. Anyone that's over 25 is not going to get a development plan. Barden, I'm going to let his contract expire because we do have a lot of other players out on, other goalies out on loan, and Caleb Anderson, hopefully, maybe, he can be somewhat good in the future in real life. In this game, he's not got too good potential, so he won't probably be any part of this. Janulus, I'm going to let his contract expire. I know we don't... Actually, yeah, we do have another left back. We've got another left back and we've got one out on loan. We've got plenty of left backs at the club. Sam McCallum, got to renew his deal, 14.5 for 3 years, yeah. Sam McCallum, I'm going to put him on a defensive because in real life he's very good at attacking, but he's not as strong in defence. So Lewis Shipley, can't do anything about him at the minute as he's still on loan at Accrington. Montina is what I'm going to call him. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the first name. Fun fact, he's actually from the Benfica Academy. I'm going to loan him out for 1 year as we've got Janulus just for the rest of this year. Hopefully he can come and be our backup next year. Shane Duffy. I can't remember where he'd come from. I believe it might have been Brighton or someone like that last year. He's had an alright season. He scored a few own goals and he's also scored a few goals by himself, like on the other goal. So I'm gonna try keep him maybe for 1 year, but if he goes down ratings then we're gonna have to look for a replacement. Danny Bath, I don't think in real life Norwich are gonna renew his contract. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to let him go. He is a good player, but he's very, very old, and I believe in real life he's almost 34. Grant Hanley, he's amazing. I can't remember how long he's been at the club, but he's the captain, so we have to keep him for at least a year or two. Ben Gibson, I'm gonna renew his deal. He is a good backup, but he is getting on the older side. Basically all of our centre backs are, but we do have good quality of youngsters. We've got Jonathan Tompkinson, 21, 62 overall. Jaden Warner, 20, 59 overall. Emmanuel, 19, 61 overall. And probably the most promising, Brad Hills, 63 overall, only 19 years old. Then, as I said, Jack Stacey, very good player in real life, gonna keep him. Then we've got Kellen Fisher. He has been pretty good in real life, but he's not been able to get much game time because Stacey, no matter what, he's the starting right back for Liverpool, for Norwich. He's replaced Max Aarons very well, but we might sign some ex-Norwich players, one being Emi Buendia, in the future when we go to the Premier League. As I said, Kenny McLean, I'm looking to move him on, especially what happened with the fans a couple of weeks, if not months ago now. Sorensen, I'm going to renew the deal. He's probably the youngest, or he will be the youngest current at the club centre-back. Onel Hernandez, rapid. I love this guy so much. If you haven't watched his TikToks, they're very entertaining. You can go and watch them. Borja Signs, just come in, I believe it was either this year or last year, and he has been absolutely awesome. Zolis, I believe next year we will either sell him, or if we go to the Premier League he'll return to the club, but I just don't think that at the minute we can afford his wages. Johnny Rowe, probably, yeah, the best youngster at the club this year. He got the award yesterday, showing great potential. He is probably the best, one of, if not the best player at Norwich. Nunes, there's nothing more to say apart from that free kick that he scored a couple of weeks ago. He is only 23, but he's not got great, like, growing. Like, it takes him a long while to grow. Then Liam Gibbs, ex Ipswich, but He is at Norwich at the minute, just got injured. He is only 20, but he's not that good overall. Sarah, probably the best player at Norwich. You guys decide who's better. Sarah, Signs, Rowe or Sargent, you pick. Pedro Lima, only thing I can do is put him on the loan list. He's not going to get any game time. Sorry, I've got a really bad cough. At Norwich, he's just been called up, but he's only been in the team, which was on the bench, once. Finley Welch, he's been in the bench a lot, but he's not been. He's had his start. No, he's been subbed on, but he's not too. He doesn't get played too much, and especially in this game, I'm not going to be playing a 53 rated against Leicester, Leeds, Southampton, so he's going to go on the loan list. Fashnat, I know he got an assist yesterday, but personally I do not like him. He makes too many mistakes, and the fact that we spent quite a lot of money on him this year, he's meant to be our big money move. It's just not it, so you can go on the transfer list. Tony Spriggan and Abu Kamara, very promising Norwich wingers. When they come back, hopefully they can be good. My favourite Norwich player at the minute, Kenneth Abo. As you can see by my profile picture on YouTube, Ken Abo is there. So I'm gonna take him on a loan. Same reason why we're gonna loan out Finley Welch. He's not gonna get game time. But Ashley Barnes, as I said, he is going down ratings very quickly. He's quite old, so probably his last year in football, but we're going to keep him till he retires. Josh Sargent, just wow. I know to some Premier League fans, you might not think he's that good, but he has been awesome in the Championship. So that you can't hate him. His second ever goal for Norwich was in the same match that he scored his first one, was when he scored a scorpion kick against Watford. Adam Eder, he was absolutely horrific this first half of the season. He, I believe, scored one, if none. So he was terrible at the start of the season. I wasn't the biggest fan. At Celtic, he has been absolutely incredible. He scored, I believe, 6-7 goals in the first 5 or 6 games. So he's very good. Sidney Van Hooijdonk, he has played about 3 games the whole time he's been at Norwich, and he's been here half of a year. So in real life, I don't think Norwich are going to put in a bid, but he is very good in career mode because he is tall and he's got good physical. So that is the team. Let's set up our tactical vision. So the way I believe Norwich play, I've watched many hours of Norwich this year. They do play many different types. They played wing play, they've somewhat tiki-taka. I wouldn't say gegenpressing, they definitely played park in the bus at the start of the year. But I believe counter-attack is the most played, and if we don't enjoy it, then we can always change it to a wing play or something that will make it easier. Right, so we're going to sign one decent coach in every position. There's none. I don't want the best of the best scouts, but I just want some scouts so our players don't go up 2 overalls every year. I want 3, 4, possibly even 5. So that is our scouting team. Let's have a look at the youth academy. We didn't have any great. We had one decent youth academy player, but he wasn't good enough and he was never gonna be used in this career. So we're gonna start a new youth academy. For this first season, I'm gonna be realistic. Norwich haven't made, if any, signings this year, so I'm going to only sign youth academy players just for the first year. First, Max Cole, England, 6 months. As you can see, players Finley Welch and Abo have both come from the academy, and also Callum Fisher. Second, we are going to go, Portugal, because we signed Molina. We're going to go 3 months. No, Montiel, not Molina. Don't know who Molina is. But we're going to go to Portugal and hopefully we can find some decent talents, maybe in the next CR7. We never know. And the final scout, I'm going to go... I know it probably doesn't sound realistic, but it is realistic because Norwich have been going to Brazil, obviously, because we've got Pedro Lima. And they have been signing they've been signing a good amount of players from South America. So maybe we can improve on that. Sorry, I forgot to show you the cup we chose. I forgot what it's called as well, but we've got a few offers. Just these youth. I'm not gonna sell Montiel. Kenny McLean, Leicester could be realistic. I don't see him going to lease though, so I'm gonna deny that. Right, we've got an offer from a Premier League team for Josh Sargent, and we can't deny it because, like I said, we've got to be realistic. And I do like that they've put in a swap deal because like I said, we do need younger centre backs, so he would be helpful. But could we budge to 2.5 million? Because I do want a bit more money. But they have rejected it. Because I didn't want to let him go for very cheap. But Vincent Company says no. So we get to keep Sargent, but we don't get Amin Al Dehal? I don't know how to pronounce that. Sold, what is his name? Fashnach. We've sent Finley Welsh out on loan. We've sent Caleb Anderson. Was Kenneth Abo, and is that it? Montina and Pedro Lima. So I believe we've sent out everyone I wanted to, but apart from that, let's carry on with the episode. We've got an offer for Sam McCallum, but I don't think he would leave that early, as he's now only coming into his game, especially not to Royal Antwerp, so I'm gonna reject it. So we are at the first game of the season. I know normally I don't sim the first game of the season, but we've only got little time left of the episode, and I would like to see the first youth academy report. So I'm going to quick sim, and it is a 2-0 win. Borja Sainz and Gabriel Sara. Monthly scouting reports. First, Brazil. First player, absolutely terrible. Second, terrible. Third, decent but not good enough. I'm gonna say no. No again. Brazil was terrible. Portugal, maybe we can get something better. No. Decent, but is he good? I'll have a closer look. No. He's got good physical, decent pace, but no. 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 No, definitely not. Oh, he looks like a quick defender. I'm gonna promote him. He's got good. He looks like he could possibly have a decent overall, but he's got bad potential. I'm gonna promote him. No, let's have a closer look at the youth academy players. The youth academy players first. Barrios or Barbos is definitely a winger. He's got very bad passing, very bad shooting, bad physical, so he's not a captain. Then we've got, I'm just going to call him Theo Barnard. 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 He's got a lot of play styles. He's decent overall, but like I said, he's got terrible potential. Norwich, the best player we've found so far. Only 15. But this is the academy. To the end of the episode, and at the start of next episode we get a game against Ipswich. No, not Merseyside. East Anglia derby. Start of next episode. Already the second game of the season away at Ipswich. So go and check the next video out to see the derby.